Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Show with VSA 360. I'm your host Martin Wong. As we can see, the dismay performance by the KLCI has certainly been reflected if you compare to the overall US market, which is still continuing to boom higher. Now, I did set the expectation for the month of December that our KLCI is likely to rally. But let's take a look at what has actually really been happening in there, right? And of course, something got to do with China data that is coming out. We have seen China beginning to slow down pretty much over the last 2 months, but right now it's been reflected. At one point, the KLCI wanted to move higher. That's right. But so much so that our largest trading partner, which is China, continue to drag down our KLCI. Let's take a look at what we have for you this morning in our TradeVSA Breakfast Show with VSA 360. And thank you for coming this morning in here. I appreciate your time well spent in here. Let's take a look at what we have for you in our agenda this morning in here. Now, as I said before, the VSA 360 is well supported at 1440. What is the likely next step? Right? Last week, we put in the expectation the market will retest back higher, but not knowing that the Hang Seng Index, well, the Shenzhen has actually fall lower in here. But the key thing is able to find some shares on the Bursa market in here, looking into the small caps, and we have shared with you, especially our members who is with us most of the time in here and for our Monday session in here. Now, don't forget, next Monday will be our live training, and on Tuesday will be our monthly orientation in here. All right, now if you are especially unexperienced, TradeVSA with VSA 360 will give you the edge, unlike many other providers out there in here. And not to forget, we also have the intraday alert. Now, so much so that we have created a VSA 360 sales room in here. So check out the sales room, which is in your comment in here, and you can find out more information about our VSA 360. And don't forget, for our Monday, will be our session on Smart Robi as usual in here. And VSA 360 come with the insider buying and selling in here. Let's take a look at this week, especially today in here for our VSA 360 and where has the market gone up to. All right, so you can see from here, definitely for sure the weakening of the KLCI continue to be red Pentagon, Hang Seng is red, only US is the strong number, and that's what we've always been advocating to our members as well. It's always good to diversify to the US market, like you can see in here. That will give you some sort of a break in the market. So let's take a look at where we are looking at right now. Definitely we can see from the Bursa sectors in here, everything is kind of red, right? It's getting weaker. You can see energy was weaker, utility was weaker. The only thing that got stronger was only finance because of the strong financial report that is coming out. Even plantation has got weaker. You can see last week was a light green, it got weaker this round, and finance is only one stronger, and everything else is turning red. But more particular is the foreign fund flow. So you can see from the foreign fund flows, just on top of me here, we had the KLCI dropping, and this is also according to minus 93, minus 14, minus 39, and minus 95. That's probably explain why our market is not going higher. As you can see previously in the past, when we have huge numbers in here, the market will fall out. So right now, market will drift. We need to see the foreign funds coming back. If not likely, then we are looking towards the last week when we have a little bit of foreign funds coming in to buy on that sort. Okay, let's take a look at the KLCI sector. You can see everything is red. Yes, everything is red. Technology, which actually gone red as soon as it turned red, Pentagon back all the way down. But in US market, still moving very well. Healthcare started to turn red, also break down. You can see everything is turning red with the exception of maybe plantation still holding up, turn red Pentagon, but it's holding up. This is because of another good results in here. A lot of these are actually driven by sentiments. What is the market really doing right now? So you can see that's been the sentiments really pushing that price in here. And if you look at the what has transpired, this is, let me just share with you what has, look at Hang Seng futures, switch to two charts here, Okay, and you can see this Hang Seng, and this is Shanghai. So you can see Hang Seng is the one really breaking down below the 170 level in here, and Shanghai is testing back. So these are the two big dragger for the KLCI and continue to drag this down in here. If the Hang Seng were to fall, the KLCI would not stand any chance of going higher. That's where we are. So let's take a look at also on the alert where we have this morning. Okay, this one, let's take a look at the alert. So we can see on the alert side, you can see again many turn red. Everything is turning red here. Let me see, only the Renenko, which is green, Pi is green, right, which is the KOI Renenko here, Yinsun, Genting, Emilus. So I would say almost 70 to 80% everything is on red pentagon in here. Not a very good sight, unfortunately, as I said before, on the backdrop of what we've seen so far in here. Sectors, everything continues. So we just have to wait for what we see in here, looking at the schematic what we have right now. So you can see from here, market now is at stage 1 accumulation. Should the market break lower here, okay, let me just switch on the laser point. If the market were to break down over here, right, I expect a green pentagon to come out, so the market able to break higher and move. But if there's a case we see Hang Seng breaking down that we see here, then the market will likely to go down. But at this point, with the December month rally, more likely it is going to go higher. Not much, but let's hope it goes up in here. We are still in the stage 1. Now you look from the KLCI side, this is where we are. A third red pentagon. It had two double top. Okay, he had two double top here, okay, at 1462. That's the resistance level where we're looking for. But at the same time, it does have a support at 1440. So this is where the market is sort of like range bounding. But the breakdown in the Hang Seng and the Shanghai index is making the KLCI lower, as we've seen right now in here. Very similar to the sister index, which is the future index, FKLI futures. You can see market move on, but today there is some support, just 1 point, just 1 point holding this level at 1440. Foreign funds still outflow, but it must stay above the 200-day moving average in here. Now, if you enjoy what you've seen so far, give me a thumbs up, so to encourage our team here to work harder for you, to give you very good educational information that we have in here. All right, so what we have next is the stock trade idea on NS. Okay, now last week we have we'll be looking on the 5th of December. So last week we were looking at the 30th of November. Now you still need to wait for the green pentagon. So let me just bring out the TradeVSA here, switching to a smaller chart. So we want to look at those that is slightly sort of in a green pentagon. But never mind, let's look at PCAM. Okay, we have NS, as I said before. All right, the stop loss will be at the bottom of the NS. Once it broke through, this is where it will be out. We still need to wait for that green pentagon. The same goes for Inari, especially right now on the background of a weaker market that we see. Also NS breakdown in here, couldn't go higher. No doubt the US market is going up, so there is a conflict in here. Infomina, okay, you can see after the NS, another 4% sell off yesterday. It's the same kind of picture, a lot of profit taking coming in here. The other two, how do you pronounce this? Nusfert is only a very small quantity, 294, and Cycle 102 volume. Usually we don't want to touch those kind of shares. All right, just take note of it in here. Let's take a look at this week, the screener, NS screener, advanced screener. We only have one, HS Engineering. Okay, so HS Engineering is on the good stocks here. Okay, HHSB, EB, that's right. So you can see here again we have NS, but we still need to wait for the green pentagon, else the markets are unlikely. But HSSB has gone up a fair bit from the green pentagon that you can see way back at 57 cents up to 90%. If you have run that, that's a very nice one. Now you have red pentagon in here. Do wait for that green pentagon before even looking into it. That's for this week for the 8th of December, but we are looking into for the 5th of December, because we did scan through a few of the NS, nothing much in here, low risk trade. We're still waiting for the big momentum, but again, much of it depends on the foreign funds that we need it to come in. Wait for the green pentagon in here. Now let's take a look at the insider buying last week that we have. Okay, last episode we have IFCA MSC. All right, and you can see IFCA MSC. Let's take a look at IFCA MSC. Going back to our screener here. So IFCA MSC here. So you can see from IFCA MSC, they were still buying. You can see there's about 200k, another 200k here. So market is holding around 275 inside here. So not ready to go higher. I think once the accumulation, they will definitely push up in here. It's a nice base, but you still need to be patient. All right, let's take a look at the next one. Is MN Holdings. Okay, so MN Holdings. So let's scroll up here. Let me just switch back to my, okay, that's better. That will be better. MN Holdings. So MNN Holdings is that we have the buy in here, but has turned red pentagon. So you have turned red pentagon. So if you are trading this in the shorter term, you need to exit, right? Red pentagon, better exit because the market's not going to go up. So myself move on to some other stocks in here. So those are the two. And let's take a look at this week what we have for insider buying. One of them are actually owners are buying when the market is down. Opstar, you can see lots of buying. This is usually one of the tactics by the owner when the market has dropped off. You can see from here, Opstar, they're buying in here. So that's for the Opstar. Okay, let's see. Another one is also for GCB, where we're seeing the owner of the company know that these are value and they're going into grab all the shares at 187 for GCB for Guangzhou in here. So insider are buying, so I don't think this market can go down any lower than it is. All right, so those for the insider buying. And do join our current intake for the CV2, as we are saying before. So every Monday we have live training. So our next live training will be Monday. We will showcase to you how we pick these stocks in here and the rationale behind it. And don't forget our Tuesday, which is for our December year-end monthly orientation in here. And for our members who have done pretty well in here, you could see our members holding up good level, especially from the March to the September level. And you can find out more, join our VSA 360, our virtual sales room, and that's a QR code if you want to know more information. And before that, we also want to do a need assessment for your needs. So that's usually how we feel that we are able to give you the kind of good satisfaction and also realistic feedback from our members in here. All right. So I'm going to review some stocks. If you have any stocks for me to take a look at it, feel free to put it into the comment section in here. Do let us know. All right, if you have any stocks that you want me to look at. Else, we thank you for your support. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also join our Telegram chat room for all information that is educational as well to take you to the next level. Thank you for coming and thank you for your support. I'll be back on Monday for our live Facebook, and also don't forget next Wednesday will be our Wednesday talk on AI stocks.